watch what's approaching. The supreme moment, reality striking closer than it seems, don't it? Go ahead, it's for the taking if you want it. If not, the dream dies and you'll be forever haunted. Then confront it.
What's good? So this guy has been showing up on my timeline this past hour or so on Twitter, and it looks like he has some leaked information on some of the units. Extreme Z Awakenings coming up. This is at Dadago4, so let's take a look. I mean, he does preface the stuff by saying it's basically a disclaimer saying, things are subject to change once they actually roll out, but enough people are talking about it and posting this stuff, so I figured it'd be worthwhile to just go ahead and cover this. So let's go ahead and talk about the free-to-play Super Intelligence Super Saiyan Future Trunks unit. Looks like the leader skill. It was previously Intelligence type HP attack and defense increase of 70%. That is going to be changing to Intelligence type Ki +2, HP attack and defense increase of 70%. Looks like for the super attack, it's going to be supreme damage and then reduces attack and defense. For the passive skill, looks like the improved updates are defense increase of 100%, and if there's less than two enemies, or two or less enemies, attack increase 100%, and if there's an android category enemy, an additional attack increase of 50%, and super high chance to activate criticals. So that is going to be the free-to-play Trunks unit. Personally, I like this unit a lot, so it's always nice to see units like this really get a pretty good improvement. Based on what I'm seeing, it looks pretty nice. I mean, especially given that, dependent on facing Android-type category enemies, you're getting an additional attack increase of 50% on top of 100%, and then super high chance to activate criticals. This guy could definitely be a pretty good unit. Even without that secondary passive active, it's still attack and defense increase of 100% if you're facing two or less enemies. So I think overall it's pretty nice right there. And then moving on to the Kaioken Blue Goku unit, looks like it's stated as agility type +3 Ki, HP attack and defense increase of 120%. I think that's similar to the Tech Golden Frieza unit that got the Extreme Z Awaken that's already out. In terms of the 12 Ki super attack, looks like it's going to be greatly raise attack and immense damage, and then sacrifices 5% HP with every super attack. In terms of the passive skill, looks like attack and defense increase of 59%, and upon I'm trying to figure out the right way to say this. It's so late, I'm having trouble coming up with words. Basically, after this unit shows up for 10 turns, additional attack and defense increase of 59%. And then from the start of battle for 9 turns, So after 9 turns from the start of battle, for one time only, an additional attack increase of 59%, and then guaranteed critical. So I had to take a second to read the last part, because typically it's tells you within the first amount of turns within the start of battle, but in this case it looks like after a certain amount of turns. So after 9 turns, that's when that secondary passive activates. Alright, looks like surprisingly 2 additional EZA. This one is the physical type Super Saiyan Gotenks unit. I'm actually pretty happy about this guy getting potentially an EZA as well. Leader skill looks like all types Ki +3, HP attack and defense increase to 77%. So, I mean, honestly, it could be a pretty decent option for a secondary leader or sub lead for battlefield, stuff like that. In terms of the super attack, it looks like immense damage and still SA, so looks like it did get improvement from supreme to immense compared to what it was prior to the EZA. Now again, keep in mind this is all leaked speculation at this point. It's not 100% confirmed, so do keep that in mind. In terms of the passive skill, it looks like after activating the super attack increase of 120%, and then after activating, for every super attack activated, +1 Ki, max of Ki +3, and then defense increase of 30%, max of 120%. So on top of the 120% attack increase for when you activate the super attack, it looks like You do have a creep mechanism where you get a key boost for every super attack, as well as a defensive boost up to 120%. That's actually going to be very helpful, especially given this guy could be a good SA sealer as well. I'm thinking of like tougher battle settings where this guy could come in handy with a variety of skill sets, basically. Let's move on here. So I think this one's the last one. It looks like this is the Strength type Super Saiyan Gotenks unit. This is one of the forgotten units, honestly, and it's nice to kind of be able to get this guy back in the limelight. So leader skill is a Strength type, key plus 2 HP attack and defense increase of 70%, and then for the super attack, for 1 turn, attack and defense increase and supreme damage. It looks like medium chance to stun as well. So I think that changed from rare chance to medium chance. And then for the passive skill, it's attack and defense increase of 80%. And then if there are 2 or more enemies, for key plus 1 and attack and defense increase of 40% for allies. So that's actually very nice in terms of supporting function, because honestly he didn't have that before. The passive previously was when there's only 1 enemy, attack increase of 80%. So that has changed over to if there's 2 or more enemies, attack and defense increase of 80%, and then, well, no, it's a flat attack and defense increase of 80%, and then if there's 2 or more enemies, it's providing a support as attack and defense increase of 40%, and then key plus 1 for allies. So that's actually very nice. This guy could actually be very useful in terms of certain setups like the fusion category and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool, actually. So again, shout out to Dadago4 over on Twitter for the information. Hopefully a lot of the information on here is correct. If it is, I think overall I think it's pretty solid in terms of upcoming EZA. So again, this is a quick video. It's late as hell at night for me, but I'm just going ahead and wrap things up. Hopefully you guys found this helpful and enjoyed watching it. I'll catch you guys later.